Hey guys, Brother John here. I want to do a yearly kind of update for you. I bought this Bible. This is mainly going to be not really a Bible review. It's just mainly just kind of give you my thoughts over the year of me having it. So some of you guys have seen me post pictures of it on Facebook and stuff like that, and so I'm gonna tell you just for a minute. A lot of you, I got two other Bibles here. Just give me a second. So I got two other Bibles here that some of you guys are really familiar with that remind me of this one. And what I'm talking about today, what I've been using for the past year since I bought it, which was like last year, sometime around November, right around the holidays. So, and I got around that time period. But fine, I guess kind of a quick update about myself. I've been really sick, guys, like really sick. For a moment, I thought I had COVID or something. I was like a bad flu or something, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. And I just want to go ahead and take time. I know it's real late making this, but you get the idea. So a lot of you guys are familiar with the Scofield Reference Bible, King James Scofield Reference Bible, or the old Scofield. But here lately, or about a year now, I ended up getting what's known as a Scofield Study System, King James, Burgundy by Oxford. It's genuine letter. I got it, and it's a little bit different. We'll talk about it a little bit, not too much, because I already did a review of this whole thing. This is my year of having it, my thoughts. So this is also known as the Scofield number 3. Scofield 3. So if you go online, if you look this up, it's called Scofield 3. So King James Scofield 3. And so it's very similar to these two Bibles I have right here. This is my wife's Bible. This is called the Ryrie Study Bible. Some of you guys are very familiar with this one. Some of you are. King James. And some of you are very familiar with my favorite, which is the Rock of Ages Study Bible, King James, Authorized King James. It's very similar to these two Bibles, this one here. And what I mean by that is the layouts are very similar. So if you had a Rock of Ages Study Bible, some people have said that the Scofield 3 is like a in-between of these two right here. So if these two were pretty much combined into one, it'd be very similar to this one, which I find that to be kind of true, sort of. This coming morally from a Protestant point of view, for those, if you know what I mean by that. So the difference between this one and the old Scofield is that obviously it's King James. The old Scofield Reference Bible, this is not really, it still has that reference idea of the references, but the difference is that it does not have a center column reference in the middle. The references are going to be on the side margin. So this has a double margins here and here. So this can be over here, this can be over there. And so that's how that is. And obviously the references are going to be, the notes are going to be down below. So if you had a Thompson chain, or if you had a Ryrie, I'm picking a Ryrie now, if you had a Ryrie, you would know what I'm talking about, that where the references are on the side. So if you had a Ryrie, you understand what I mean by the references are going to be on the side. And so this one has this Scofield 3 has charts, diagrams, maps, all those goods. It's got summary blocks that you can read. I just randomly flipped open, and it has it right here. I mean, my summary blocks. It's all the same stuff that Scofield has done. The only thing that they did was just enhance his work. That way you can see it more visual. that's pretty much what they've done. And also they have these little charts, that little neat little stuff like that. I mean, I already did a review of this. I'm just trying to give my yearly thought of the Scofield 3. If you do get one, just make sure you read the introduction. It kind of gives you a better idea of this. This is a lot more different. It's the same, but it's different. It does have these presentation pages like you would see in a, like I said, like you would see in a Rock of Ages and a Ryrie. You'll see a presentation page, and you have outlines. Sorry, this is not, I'm using tablet, not my phone. And so you have these little summary blocks and stuff down there, little cool stuff, little blocks, notes, reference notes. So I posted some of these pictures on Facebook already. Dispensations of the Bible there, and covenants in the Bible on the other side. Covenants. So I'm not trying to show you too much. I'm just trying to give you my yearly thought of using it. I like it. It's really nothing really I can say that I don't like about the Scofield 3. I actually quite like it a lot. It's really not really much that I don't like about it. It's authorized King James, and some people said that this is that what they did in the references on the sides is what they did was they took the something I didn't talk about in the reviews because I didn't get into it, but anyway, I didn't really pay attention at the time, but I guess we'll talk about now since we're talking about the references on the sides. When it comes to the King James, in the text, it has not been changed. So in the text is the King James. It has not been altered. It's a straight King James authorized text. Now on the side margins, now words that we don't really use that often, they'll have what's called an or word. So if there's a word that we don't use that much, they'll have an or word. I'll just give you an example. I just randomly flipped right here in Judges. Let me look right here. It has M for another or word. So it says right here in Judges 4:16 where it says Gentiles in that verse. So if you don't really know in the context what it means by Gentiles, it gives you like an or word. It means nation. So it means people who are not Jews or whatever you want to call it. So it's just nations. People who are just outside of that scope. I'm kind of give you some other ideas of what I mean. So but it keeps the King James text. So it doesn't change your reading. But for someone who reads the King James Bible and there's certain words that not too familiar with, right? No, we don't use that very often these days. You're not too familiar with your English that much. You can look, and sometimes they'll have an or word. You can look in the or section, and it kind of gives you an idea of what you're reading. Obviously, that's not perfect. It kind of gives you an idea. Hopefully that makes sense. And so you see that a little bit, not all the time, but just a little bit here and there. So let's see if I find another one. I'm in Genesis 1. Let's just go to Genesis 1. It's got a reference for B. Let's see let's find where B is real quick. Let's see. Now right here it says here in Genesis 1:29 at the end of the verse where it says meat, it gives you another or word which means food. So which most people can understand, get the idea. So it's just little stuff like that, not too crazy, but as far as like in the text itself, it has not been altered. It's just over here. It kind of gives you these little or words, a little dictionary over here, that's pretty neat, I guess. If you're new to the Bible, new to words, if your dictionary ain't that great, it kind of helps. I guess it helps. I guess. Obviously, the references are all the same. Everything else is the same as before. So, like, I really don't have anything as far as notes goes. Like I said, you have little maps in here now. Right, that's pretty cool. Some people actually like the idea. It comes in thumb index. They've held it pretty good. Just in case you have a preacher in the church who preaches really fast, he tells you to turn here real fast, and he says turn here, and as soon as you start flipping, he's already reading there. It's like, man. So even if you know where stuff is, sometimes it's good to get it a little faster, because sometimes preachers don't give people time to catch up. So that's really the only thing about thumb index that comes in handy. Other than that, not too much. But other than that, everything pretty much this very similar. I mean, it's very similar to Rock of Ages, and how summary blocks and all that. So if you have a Rock of Ages study Bible, you know what I'm talking about. These summary blocks and these summaries and all that is very similar to that. So a lot of people are used to the Scofield Reference Bible, the old Scofield. So, to be honest with you, I was recommended by a deacon friend of mine to get this particular one, the Scofield 3, and I'm actually kind of glad I did, because if I got the old Scofield, I probably would not have. It's not I wouldn't appreciate it. Not that. I don't think I probably would have enjoyed it as much as I do this one. And I think the reason why that is because I'm so used to the Rock of Ages study Bible, because Rock of Ages has been my favorite study Bible for, I don't know, forever. And I'm so used to it. And so seeing a format that's similar to Rock of Ages and notes are similar, it kind of makes me feel more better, I guess. But other than that, there's really nothing. I haven't really. There's some things in here that I don't disagree. I don't agree with everything. There's some things I disagree with. I'll give you an example. I come from a Baptist background, Baptistic view of things, not necessarily more of a Protestant view. I mean by Protestant, I mean like Calvinist and Arminian, and you get the idea. And those kind of guys who lean more towards history. And I mean, I guess it's okay to read history, but I'm more of a Bible kind of person. But what said the scriptures is kind of my mindset, So I don't go to church history to learn Bible. I just grab the Bible and and what the Bible says. So when you read notes from Protestant people, a lot of times they will quote church history or quote things how the church has done, church people have done. And I'll give you an example. Like there's a note in here on baptism where I disagreed on. Pretty much it said something along the lines of the church history has done baptism by pouring, sprinkling, immersion, and they may have done all that. They probably have, but how's the Bible? I mean, where's the Bible? Where's the Bible view on that? Mine, coming from a Baptist point of view, it's always been by immersion, and I got scripture, and from my point of view, that it's by immersion. I'm not going to argue and all that kind of stuff. Jesus came straight right in order, so if you come straight way out, it means you have to go down in. Kind of, you get the idea. So, this is my thing. Having a Scofield 3 in this, having the double column margin, I think it's pretty neat. It's more organized, in my opinion. Have it in it like this, because this is over here and that's over there, and it gives you some room to write stuff if you want to. So that's always neat if you're into that kind of stuff. And one of the things I liked about this is that in the ends of the books, say for example, we'll just ramble it in a mark. In a mark, you have some paper down here, to write. So if you want to write down, say for example, if you want to write down your final thoughts of Mark, you could. If you want to, you can write some stuff here. And then here in Luke, your introduction page, you can write some stuff down here. I was really not liking the fact that in the presentation of the books, how the font was really terrible in my opinion. Not really terrible, but really small. You guys know I wear glasses. I don't know why I'm not wearing them right now. But at the same time, if you're a note taker, I guess it's okay being that small because it gives you room down here to write some stuff, write some thoughts down here. You see what I'm saying? So if it was bigger, not saying you should change, not saying you should add to what that. I'm saying if you made the font bigger, it would take up more space down here. So I guess you wouldn't have much room to write stuff. So I guess it's cool. I guess everybody's into what they're into. If you're a note taker and all that good stuff. So there's a lot of note taking in this book. So if you're a note taker, you can take notes. There's a lot of note room in here to write. And if you're the type of person who wants to write all the way across here, instead of just writing here and here, you can just write right across here. So those are some goods. That's some goods you can do. So there's plenty of room to write stuff. The font, for the far as the text goes, is pretty good. Pretty good. It's pretty big. Like I said, you have these summary blocks of stuff. So that always comes in handy. There's only one ribbon. There's only one ribbon in here. So, yeah, it's not really an academic read. As far as like notes and stuff, there's a lot of references and stuff. It does have subject headings. If you don't know what that is say for example, Jesus is reading or Jesus is talking and it talks about subject, and then when that subject's on, it goes to another subject. Which obviously, some people don't like that, some people do. But obviously, you guys gotta remember, that the scriptures are the final authority, not man's notes, not man's references, subject headings, all that stuff those just little study helps. I think that with Scofield and the Scofield 3, with Moody Bible Institute and Dallas Theological Seminary, like conservative Dallas Theological Seminary, we're talking about like back in like the older times. I think they did a good job, making this. It's not perfect, but I think they did a good job making a product. You can check it out. You can always get you one. So, like I said, if you are used to the Rock of Ages or the Ryrie over here, then you'll be very similar to these. Obviously, Rock of Ages is more Baptistic than this one would be. So that's pretty much my thoughts. It's been a good year with it. Like I said, there ain't much on it I disagreed with. There's just little things here and there, but nothing really. All right, my scale I would give this percentage wise, I would give it 98%. I give it 98. So because I can't say 100 because I don't agree with everything, and so I give it a 98% rating. That's what I got. Well, I love you guys. If you want to check this out, you can go on my Facebook. There's plenty of pictures of this. If you want to see my review of this on YouTube, you can. Brother Aaron on YouTube, he's got some stuff on this. And if you need some more reviews on this product, on the Scofield Study System, King James, or also known as Scofield 3, let me know, and I can try my best to help you out if you're interested in more on it. All right, guys. I love you. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.